You're listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.
What would you ask him, or how would you put him in that mindset of, I don't know, he's driving his car and he's looking to kill?
Okay, I can tell you. I have to take a little step to the side first to explain one part of this process.
Sure.
If you watch me, if you watch my film, and by the way, those who want to see the film, it's at the website that Papamutes mentioned, at TiFi, TiFi.us. If you look under films, you'll see it. It's called Rehearsal.
Great.
You can watch it. So if I am interrogating the character, this is a big question, but I can give you a very simple answer. The question is, who am I in that character's life? Who am I? That character who really is not in a movie. The actor playing the character is in a movie, but that character is just in his life. Say Ted Bundy, he's just in his life. He doesn't have a director telling him what to do at all. So who am I? Who am I that's interrogating him, asking him all these questions? Basically, to simplify it, I am the voices in his head. We all have these voices in our head that we listen to or try not to listen to. I call these voices the committee. It is the committee because it's a group of voices. Now, getting back to your Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy is a great example, Papamutes, so thank you for bringing that up. Ted Bundy, there's a part of him as a killer, as a serial killer, that believes that what he is doing is good. Now, what I have to do as the interrogator of the act through the actor to this character, as I'm interrogating Ted Bundy, I have to give voice to that voice. This is because if I can become that voice in his head, say, Ted, you know, when you kill people, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, isn't it the rush, the feeling? I mean, do you realize what wonderful things you're doing for humanity? I have to be that voice. So, and I also have to be the opposing voice, the nemesis, who will argue against that. Because what Ted Bundy has going on in his head is a battle between how he perceives it, good and evil. He hears about the evil, but what he's doing, he feels is good, or he has to do it. So that's how the character is built. The character is built not from the outside, not through behavior, but from the inside in terms of what is going on inside the character's head at any moment of their life. And I have to give voice to that. That's why my job is really difficult in the interrogation, because I have to understand this character way better than that actor does, and sometimes even better than the character does himself.
Has it ever been rejected? I know it sounds, I mean, maybe not a young actor, but has anyone said, you know what, I'm not grasping this technique. What's going on here, Mark? I mean, just curious. I'm sure you've done this a million times, but has anyone ever not grasped it?
Well, yes, I'll get to one situation in a moment, but most of the time, no, not at all. I have to tell you a little side note about this, which is during the casting process, when I'm casting a film or a play, that's most often, depending on the actors coming in, of course, the first time an actor will be exposed to this way of working. He'll come in, he'll read a scene that I've asked him to read, and rather than me talking to the actor after the scene has been read and saying that was good, but I'd like to see it a different way, which is the normal way to do it, I don't do that. He comes in and reads, and right after the reading, I start interrogating the character. And what you will see is fascinating to watch. What you'll see on the actor's faces is sort of flicker. It's a little flicker like, what? Because he realizes he's being talked to as the character. And usually within a split second, bam, he's right back into the character. Actually, he's right back where he wants to be. He, the actor, wants to be. He would rather be the character right now than the actor. The actor is going to get criticized. The actor is going to be asked to do something different. But the character is who he wants to be. He'll be more comfortable being interrogated as the character. So I will interrogate him as the character. So that's the first time they'll get exposed to it. And because it's a casting process and he's really applying for a job, it's not a good time for him as an actor to say, oh, excuse me, I don't know what we're doing. What do we? You do that, and pretty soon you're out the door and you're gone. He won't do that. But most actors don't. I would say a majority of the actors that I've done this with have no idea what I'm doing at the beginning. It's this very simple thing. I can be talking to, let's get back to George and Alex again. Let's get George and Ted Bundy. George is playing Ted Bundy.
Poor George.
And yeah, no, it's great opportunity. And I say to George, you're playing Ted Bundy. We're having a discussion as director and actor. And I said, fine. Can I talk to Ted? That's all I say. Can I talk to Ted? And he'll look at me and say, yeah, sure. Okay, why not? Why not? And that's the introduction.
Now,
And
what
I'll
if
say,
it's
okay.
not? What if he's not playing Ted Bundy though? How about if he's just the storyline is this guy's a serial killer? He's not playing Ted Bundy. He's just his own unique psycho.
So it's a different serial killer?
Yeah, but not a famous one. Just the story is.
Okay, well,
you know,
okay.
he's just
Okay, let's go back to Alex. This is a different serial killer that has the name of Alex. That's fine. Then I'll say, let me talk to Alex. I'm just saying, can I talk to the character that you're playing?
Got it.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And the actor giving me that permission, that it starts immediately. And I'll start out very, very lightly. It won't be the tough interrogation like you see in the film immediately. It takes a while to get there. But it'll be more of an interview at the beginning. And I'll just start talking to Alex, the serial killer. And I say, Alex, how old are you? Where do you live? What kind of work do you do? Do you have a girlfriend, Alex? And the more he keeps talking as Alex, the more Alex will start to emerge. And then it'll slowly morph into a more serious interrogation where I'm really trying to push him to defend himself. That's the important thing, to defend himself. Now, one thing I can do, and I've done this many times, is take the issues that George is dealing with and make them part of Alex that day. In other words, I let the feelings he's going through, and let's say George has had a big argument with his girlfriend.
In real life.
Find that out. In real life.
Okay.
That's George, the actor, had a real big argument with his girl, and he's really upset about that. And he's feeling dismissed or betrayed or scared. Now I'm thinking, will any of these emotions, fear, dismissal, whatever, or rage or anger that he's feeling, will any of that work today in the scenes we're doing today, or especially the next scene we're doing? And many times it will. Many times it will. Many times. So I can talk to Alex about something. In other words, to shift that fear and anger that George is actually feeling and actually make use of it. But that's something, or I have to work in such a way to totally separate it from Alex, the character, through the interrogation. The interrogation works very well that way in terms of either incorporating something or separating.
Okay. Do you have, or do you know of any other directors that use this technique?
Well, I know a lot of directors who do, because those are directors who have studied with me. First of all, I want more directors to use it.
Okay.
In fact, more than me wanting it, actors want directors to use it. Actors that I know of who have run into a director that studied with me and suddenly they're using terror, they're so thrilled, because for the actor, every actor's sort of fear or concern or worry is doing something wrong, making a mistake, not doing a good enough job, not living up to their own expectations or the expectations of the director, the writer, the producer, whatever. There's always that fear. This process, ironically, takes that fear away, because as the character, they cannot make a mistake. They could lie as the character, they can do also, but can they make a mistake? No. And the reason they can't make a mistake is nobody's asking them to deliver anything specifically. I'm not asking them to show more anger. Oh, no, that's not, then the director says, no, that's not what I meant. Let me give you another idea. Then the actor feels diminished, like, oh, I'm not living up to his expectations. So actors who have experienced this way of working, the ones I've worked with and ones the directors that I've taught have worked with, are thrilled